Hey y'all, Kelly Whitney here with another thing older black women should tell younger black women, but don't. Girls, don't be afraid of the truth. Now, I follow this influencer. His name is Swaggy Mo. I think he's Nigerian. I think he's a model as well as being a digital creator. But I follow him on Instagram, and a couple days ago he did a post saying it was like an apology. He called it a PSA, but it was kind of like an apology because he had made a couple of posts previously encouraging black women to go to the gym. In this apology / PSA, he basically said, many of you reached out to me and said that that content triggered you and made you feel some type of way, and I apologize because as I'm building my community, that's the last thing that I want to do. I always want you to feel seen, heard, supported, etc. But because of how this has played out, he basically said he didn't feel comfortable any longer addressing black women directly. And he said that, if there was anything about his content that was offensive to you, feel free to unfollow. That was just a summation from me. That's not what he said exactly. That's just the gist of it in general. I'll try to remember to put the links in the description box so you can check it out and make your own assessment. But me being me, of course, I look back to see what he was talking about. And the two posts that I think he was referring to where he directly addressed the idea of black women and going to the gym, one of them was like, he said something like, we're factory reset. Like, we have the most genetically perfect DNA. All we really have to do is go to the gym and eat right, and that's it. We have what we need already. I was like, okay, I don't see what's wrong with that. Where's the lie? You see what I'm saying? And then I looked at the other post. In that one, he was, y'all don't be coming up to me in the gym. I don't want to talk to y'all. Y'all be too distracting, and he was just complimentary. And he's a man. He's going to skirt that line between maybe a little bit too familiar and then joking around and this and that. That's just, black man energy. Here again, I was not offended in any way by the content, and I was looking for the offense because he had to apologize. And of course, me being me, I looked in all the comments, and I didn't read every single comment, but I read the first maybe dozen, 2 dozen, and nobody was offended. I said all that to say this. If you find yourself triggered by something like a man telling you or suggesting that it's a good idea for you to go to the gym, yeah, I can see how in some way that might be offensive to you. But sometimes I think it's more important to lean into the message versus trying to kill the messenger. The message is you have what you need already, black women. All you need to do is care more about it and take better care of yourself. So again, I say, where's the lie? Black women have obscenely high rates of obesity, of heart disease, of diabetes, and all these other things that can be directly attributed to weight gain. There's truth in that. I know when I saw that second video where he was talking about going to the gym, it was 8 o'clock at night, and I had been dodging the gym, and I got my up and went and felt great and slept good that night. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes the truth may not always be presented to you in a way that is, politically correct and just socially empowering all the time. But you got to be an adult, and you got to look at the message for what the message is and take what's good out of it and leave the rest. Even if the delivery may be subpar or slightly faulty, there was no ill intent there. And I think that was obvious, as evidence was the comment stream. And so many women in these, multiple videos that I just ran down for you, the comment streams were overwhelmingly positive. Why did you apologize? You didn't say anything wrong, this and that. People are so sensitive these days because you're used to this sterilized, filterized version of life and reality, and online, virtual, this is not real. Life is ugly sometimes. Life is not perfect sometimes. Sometimes we let ourselves get out of control. Sometimes we need to go to the gym. Sometimes we neglect ourselves. And sometimes strangers who don't know us may tell us these truths, and instead of listening, we choose to get offended. There is absolutely nothing wrong with someone telling you something that's actually good for you. Whether you choose to accept it or not is up to you. But don't be afraid of the truth, because the only way the truth is going to hurt you is if it's not actually the truth or if it's someone else's truth. And in either of those scenarios, it should be pretty easy for you to put that truth aside and do what you know you need to do as an adult. And I think older Black women may not tell you all the time, don't be afraid of the truth, because sometimes we are afraid of the truth. We have not accepted the reality of many situations, like the fact that we may have gotten fat. Just earlier today, my mom looks at me and says, "What are those pimples on your face?" She's looking at the side of my face. I don't know what pimples she's talking about, but my response was, "I'm 50 years old, or I'm almost 50 years old." And she says, "Yeah, but you've never had your skin like that before." And I got angry. I got so angry because I think I look damn good for my age. And it's only her who says stupid shit like that to me about my appearance, unsolicited, just random, here you go. And then I had to remind myself, this broad is 84 and has dementia and was always kind of an a-hole. Let's keep it moving. I shook it off and continued to drive her around to her various errands and that sort of thing. Older Black women sometimes have not got it all figured out. Sometimes we are still stuck in fantasy land where we're still young, and that's where that whole thing about, I'm not fat, I'm thick. Ooh. Please be so for real. Please get your mind right. Okay, reality. Wake up, pinch something, hey, are you awake? Okay, yeah. I don't know, but don't be afraid of the truth, because when you willfully entrap yourself in delusions and half-truths and just outright lies because you don't want to accept the reality of a situation, you're going to have problems. Just accept the reality of the situation. Nothing, virtually nothing, that has been done or can be done cannot be undone. So if, for instance, you have let yourself go a little bit, you can get yourself back. As long as the good Lord gives you another day, you can get better. So even if the truth hurts, don't be afraid of it. And that ends my TED Talk for today. I'll see y'all tomorrow.